So like,
no, two-time unified heavyweight champion. So far, so good.
oh, with boxing, yeah, 100%. But what I'm saying now is, there's another level of fitness.
You guys wanted me to go bigger? How about twice as big?
Right? If Anthony Joshua was to do what he done to Ngannou to Jake Paul, that's like life-changing injury.
Anthony Joshua has shocked fans with a powerful new physique that looks built for destruction. He's leaner, sharper, and more explosive than ever. His transformation has taken over social media and sent a clear warning to Jake Paul. From his carved shoulders to the aggressive stance that reminds everyone of his early championship days, Joshua's new look isn't just for show, it's a signal that he's ready to cause serious damage.
The only way we're gonna win a 12-round fight is if you push yourself in the gym. So, yeah, that's what I like about the world-class boxing gym.
Everyone says they want to be a world champ, but people are not willing to do what it takes to become a world champ. And even in this gym, it's like you're put through the test because, I mean, it's one thing to say you want to hang out with champs and hang out with other fighters, another thing to be able to endure the workout and endure the work, so it's a big thing. He's been pushing himself. He's asking me, what can I do more? How can I be better? How can I build my fitness more? And that's really a sign of a great individual and a great champion.
Joshua says this new size isn't something he magically gained overnight. It's simply his natural genetics, and he just trains hard to bring it out. He explained that when this natural power is fully activated through training, it becomes dangerous for anyone standing in front of him. And with Jake Paul being the next opponent, Joshua made one thing clear: he didn't add muscle to look impressive. He's unlocking the strength he already has, and that could mean real trouble for Jake once the punches start landing.
A lot of road work. So even though I'm big, this is just genetics.
Right, definitely, yeah.
It's not like I spend hours in the gym like lifting. You can't run 10 miles and only spar 4 rounds. You have to run 4 miles and spar 10 rounds. Yeah, like what I'm trying to say is gym work's important with your coach. All this stuff is just the core stuff. This stuff is just the extra add-ons that you're gonna get. But you have to have good technique. You have to have a good understanding of boxing. Like, that's your muscle, your brain. That's what a coach is gonna train you mostly. Like, he wants to train this. And if you've got that at its strongest, yeah, I feel like you'll be good.
Yeah, and so far so good for him.
Jake Paul has openly admitted that Anthony Joshua is much bigger than him, but instead of running from it, he's using it as motivation. Jake said people have always told him to fight someone his own size, so he decided to go even further and challenge someone twice as big. He calls this fight the ultimate test, a chance to prove he isn't afraid of danger, criticism, or the pressure of facing a heavyweight like Joshua. Still, even with all his confidence, the massive size difference brings a level of risk Jake fully understands.
Me to go bigger? How about twice as big? Literally, he's twice as big as Gervonta. He's 6'6", 260 pounds with an 82-inch reach. I mean, just look at us next to each other. Two-time heavyweight champion of the world, an Olympic gold medalist. While he was winning Olympic gold, I was filming Vines in high school. What'd you say? AJ is a knockout artist with fights that have literally ended in seconds. He's fought legends: Klitschko, Usyk, Ruiz, Ngannou.
Biggest shot.
The tale of the tape for Joshua versus Paul shows a matchup that could heavily impact the fight. Joshua is 6 feet 6 inches, has an 82-inch reach, and naturally weighs over 240 pounds. Jake Paul, at 6 feet 1 inch, with a 76-inch reach and around 200 pounds, is giving up huge advantages in height, weight, and power. Joshua's longer reach lets him control distance, making it hard for Paul to move in without getting hit. The extra weight means Joshua's punches carry far more power, while Paul must depend on speed, movement, and timing. If Joshua uses his size properly, the fight could become physically overwhelming for Jake.
Age difference, we've got 28 years old compared to 36 years old. So I guess the advantage there goes a little bit towards Jake Paul. 28-year-old is better than a 36-year-old. But that being said, we've got talking about experience and everything else, what comes with being 36 years old at Anthony Joshua's level. And then, like I mentioned, the heavyweights kind of seem to prime a little bit older. They'll come down to the height and the weight. This is the big one. 6'1" versus 6'6". 200 pounds versus 252 pound. We got a 252 pounder in Anthony Joshua. The reach advantage is a lot, which we would expect. Amateur fights, we can see that Jake's only had one, where AJ's at 43, but 43 of them are including at the highest level, Olympic level. And yes, he won the Olympic bloody gold medal, if I don't need to remind you. Then the pro record, Jake Paul has had 13 fights, lost 1. AJ has had 28 fights and he's lost 4 with 25 KOs. And the one person that Jake Paul lost to was Tommy Fury. Now, can we compare Tommy Fury with Anthony Joshua?
The tail of the tape clearly shows how mismatched this fight may be. Joshua, at 6 feet 6 inches with an 82-inch reach and over 240 pounds, has every physical advantage. Jake Paul, at 6 feet 1 inch with a 76-inch reach and around 200 pounds, is stepping into a dangerous size gap. If Joshua uses his reach and weight the right way, he can control every second of the fight. And when critics say Joshua is ruining his legacy by taking this fight, the answer is simple. Fans seem to forget who he is. He's an Olympic gold medalist and a 2-time unified heavyweight world champion. His legacy is already written in history.
Anthony is ruining his legacy just by taking this fight. Fans don't respect what he's done in the sport already. He's an Olympic gold medalist, 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world.
I sort of sympathize with him because I feel like if he doesn't beat him quicker than he beat Francis, people are just going to write it off. I'll ask you bluntly, have there been any discussions about there's an agreement, there's a secret contract? Have any of those discussions happened regarding this fight?
It's an 8-round professional fight. AJ wouldn't have taken it if that was the stance it had to be, if it was an exhibition, if it was you've got to hold him up for 8 rounds. It wouldn't suit Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is...
Matchroom Boxing CEO Frank Smith has been realistic about the idea of Joshua fighting Jake Paul. He hasn't completely ruled the fight out, but he said Joshua's return probably won't be against Jake Paul right now. Smith pointed out that Paul's path in boxing is very different from Joshua's elite career. Still, he confirmed that early discussions for a potential fight in 2026 are happening. Matchroom likes the hype, but Smith remains honest about how unpredictable the boxing business can be.
Because I remember when like Tyson fought Ngannou the first time, he was like, this isn't my cup of tea. And then obviously he ended up fighting Ngannou. And so I didn't know if this was a bridge too far for him.
No, I think for AJ, it was just, look, he's done everything in the sport. He's been, like I say, he's a 2-time unified champion. He's fought the best, the elite fighters in, Alexander Usyk twice. And for him, it's just, right, I want to do things that interested me, motivate me. And obviously, if you can go and do that for a load of money against someone, fair play. I think me and Jake Paul might be more competitive than Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua.
Oh, my dear.
I actually want to make, as the comeback fight for Jake Paul, Eddie Hearn, Jake Paul.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't you think that would be big? As the comeback fight?
Yeah, like meaning after he loses this one.
For Jake's comeback fight.
You think Eddie would be down?
For money.
Could you imagine?
I know. I'd happily negotiate with Nikita.
Tony Bellew has serious doubts that the Joshua versus Paul fight will ever actually happen. He believes the matchup is too one-sided to be competitive. In his view, Joshua's size and experience are so overwhelming that Jake Paul would be in real danger. Bellew says the fight is mainly about money, and he warns that Jake is risking his health for a payday. He also says Joshua's legacy wouldn't be affected, but if the fight does happen, Joshua would control every second of it. To Bellew, it feels more like entertainment than a real boxing contest.
I don't believe a single thing until literally I see them in a ring together. He was supposed to fight Gervonta Davis, wasn't he? Who's 5 stone lighter and is 5 stone lighter and 8 inches shorter. So I don't believe anything. Until they're in a ring together, I don't believe nothing.
Obviously, AJ was meant to fight in an 8-rounder. I think Eddie said to me earlier against...
In an 8-rounder?
Yeah, okay. Against a top 120 opponent on BoxRec that none of us would have heard of. Okay. Just a kind of confidence, go and get a knockout type victory. I suppose you can go and do that against Jake Paul and earn an absolute fortune from
Listen, I've said before and I'll say it again. Boxing is a brutal, brutal business. Go and make as much as you can, as quick as you can. Once you've achieved your dream and goals of becoming a world champion, there's nothing left to do besides make money. What are you chasing? You've won all the belts. I think he's missing a WBC. I think that's about it. Go and get the belts and that's it. Move on.
Do you believe it should be sanctioned?
What I believe doesn't matter.
No, but I'm just curious.
What I believe doesn't matter because some governing body will. Of
course.
Or some sanctioning body will. Some
the Florida State
organisation, yeah, absolute maniacs. But that's another argument. That's another cause. It's like the one I heard Chris Eubank Senior talking about on the radio the other day. You're talking about safety of fighters. Champ, you were the worst for it. You went up to cruiserweight when you were super middleweight,
and didn't do it once but twice. And then you're saying people should have saved you from yourself. No, that's why we're fighters. So it's boxing. We know we.
So what do you think? Is Anthony Joshua unstoppable in this matchup, or can Jake Paul somehow pull off the upset? Share your thoughts in the comments below.